Good.
What's up, faggots? We're gonna talk about tulpas.
It's not gay if you pay podcast.
Yep. It's not gay if you pay. That's true. But yeah, we'll be talking about lots of shit from tulpas to whether or not traps are gay. But we will elaborate on that later. For now, tulpas. Now,
Alright.
what are tulpas? Explain for them.
It's pretty much like an imaginary friend that, like, you trick your brain into thinking that it's real, right?
Yeah, so meditation and focus, and like thinking about what they would do in certain situations and giving them a personality, then they start acting on their own, and you want controlling them.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty sweet. Like, I would actually kind of want to have one.
It's kind of like what you were talking about, like that fucking like Calvin and Hobbes thing. How Hobbes is his tulpa and shit. It's weird.
Yeah. It's like, Calvin literally made a tulpa when he was like 9.
It's fucking weird.
Well, if you guys could have any tulpa, like like fictional or non-fictional, who would you want it to be?
Probably the
Obviously, waifu.
probably the lady who played The Grudge. Fucking Kayako or something. Yeah, hell yeah.
I feel like the tulpa.
I'd also have a tulpa to protect me, like my bodyguard tulpa. If
The
other people's tulpas try to fight me, if other people's tulpas try to fight me, I'll be like, Jackie Chan
That
tulpa,
would-
defend!
That would be so scary.
Well, not really. I'm used to it.
You're used to. She's already your tulpa. I think the weird thing is, like, a lot of the people that watch anime that do tulpa shit and like furries and everything,
Oh god, yeah, the bronies too.
like yeah. I think it's weird how like people are like, I saw this thing on like from the 4chan thread that was like, me and my tulpa showered the other day.
And
How should I feel about this?
yeah, we
We both saw each other naked. I was like,
how many prayers does it take?
yeah, my tulpa prayers.
Well, that's the thing. If you have a tulpa with you all the time, that means to be in the bathroom with you.
Wait, did they follow you around? It's kind of like, like the floaters you have in your eye. Does anyone else have that?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah, everyone
The
does.
floaters.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
It's like when it's like light overexposure to your eyes. That's what happens. But like,
Yeah, like
it goes everywhere with you, from your bed to your shower to your toilet to your fucking wherever, dude.
I think that's kind of weird though. How like you kind of, I mean, I guess it makes sense because it's like they're always with you, but like you can't be like, all right, stay here, I'll be back, and then they just gonna stay there. They're kind of like with you.
I mean, you
all
can
the
imagine them outside the door, I guess.
Do you just imagine them wherever? So it's like, I'm gonna imagine them in Paris, and they're gonna come back from Paris next week, but then you see them, like, the next day you wake up and forget. And why are you here?
Why are you here?
So it's like, alright, go back to Paris!
Go back.
You open the door and you find like a tourist tulpa who wants to sleep in.
Like, what the fuck?
I lost my owner. Can you take me in today?
Oh god, I hate those fucking things where it's just like they're in the furry suit and they're like super ugly. They're like pasty like pizza face, and then it just says, "I need the new owner. Please help."
Meanwhile, with like a ball gag in their mouth and like
Ah!
like a dog, the
Fuck, man.
Okay.
No.
I learned that like fursuits are really hot, so people have like fans and coolers inside
Yeah.
their suits.
inside them.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
you have like a little battery pack, and the battery gets so hard that it like catches on fire.
I didn't think that this was like Five Nights at Freddy's, but now apparently it is.
Five Nights at Freddy's tulpas.
Oh, don't go there. Fucking tulpas on hoverboards with fidget spinners.
Get your Peter Pie tulpa and your
Pe-
John Tron tulpa.
Yeah, just like distant like.
Do you, if you have a tulpa, and I'm being dead serious about this, do you like actually like, so after a while, because you know how you develop them,
Yeah,
and like you pretty much have to think for them for a while, and then after that you just subconsciously do it, like your brain does it for you.
Yeah.
Like, do you hear those thoughts going through your head? Like, you kind of think about what they have to say, or do they just automatically reply? Like,
Automatic.
how?
Just subconscious.
it is pretty weird
So it's
shit.
like-
Do you know how you don't think about your breathing? You don't breathe manually. until you do.
I mean, unless if you have like a mental retardation.
Assisted breathing.
Well, no, you don't think about breathing. It's subconscious. Is what I'm saying.
But like, oh god.
Yeah, that's true. That's
We are the
I'd, like,
worst.
think about the last time. Think about like 5 minutes ago when you're breathing. Like,
Yeah.
did you think about it?
No.
Yeah, that's true. That's so weird to think about that. Like, we've been breathing all of our lives, and we just don't really think about it.
Yeah, or like typing.
The
Where
same.
at first you always have to look at the keys, and eventually you can just type without looking down.
Yeah, the same thing goes with today's tragedies too. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you get desensitized to them, and they just kind of come and pass. Like,
Hashtag pray for blank.
hashtag pray for fucking Manchester concert that just got shot up, and nobody cares because tragedies happen every fucking day.
I know there was a shooting, but look what Drump just did. He just tweeted the typo.
Oh
Coffee,
yeah,
coffee,
Confessing.
fucking.
I went to Starbucks the next day after that happened.
And then did you order a
I just-
caffe?
Yeah, they're like, we have coffee. I was like, yeah, cafe.
And they just pretend to know what you're talking about.
They're like, all right.
Yeah. Fucking.
Um,
Yeah, Starbucks and Tijuana are pretty good places.
Yeah, Tijuana's pretty sweet.
Fucking. I mean, that Emperor's Mist cloud shit thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, talking back to tulpas, there's a thing where apparently after like about a year or two, eventually you can switch with your tulpa and they take over your body,
Yeah.
but it has to be completely consensual. But like you can train your tulpa to like study for a test or get good at the video game and then switch and they'll be better at it than if you did it yourself.
Well, wouldn't the Tulpa be better at it than you would? So when you switch back, you'll still be shit.
I guess.
It doesn't work that way. It's just your brain saying, haha, I'm gonna pretend to switch places with the really
Put on my
shitty
thinking
Wi-Fi."
cap.
Put on my
Yeah.
put on my suit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Put on my fursuit. I always do my tests when I'm wearing a fursuit, so I have to put it on to test.
What the fuck?
You get bullied 101.
Bully. Yeah, like just get like millions of dislikes on the first day of this being uploaded.
Pretty much.
But hey, you know, never said
Yeah.
never said we cared.
You could use tulpas to help you like recognize your dreaming and stuff. Apparently.
Really?
Our subscribers are our tulpas.
So 0?
So nah, like when it hits like 100, they're all tulpas.
Yeah. It's like, shout out to all the Tulpas out there.
Oh,
No reply.
Jesus Christ. It's good. It's a good meme.
Yeah.
It's a good.
So
I,
there's also locations in your mind that you can do. They're called wonderlands, and that's where you work on your tulpa in that imaginary space in your mind. It's called a wonderland.
So your tulpa gets a job at Wonderland. It's like best. It's like there's a Best Buy on a cloud. It's like, hey guys, I'm gonna sell you some video games. It's Overwatch 2. You know.
No, your mind game is like Pallet Town, and your tulpa's a Pokemon trainer.
Oh.
yeah, you're kind of like a Pokemon trainer. Your Tulpa is like a
Pokemon.
It's like a Pokemon, right? Can you battle other Tulpas? Like,
Capture him in little ball.
yeah.
You think
Yeah.
you think that's what it actually is? It's just a bunch of schizophrenic dudes.
Nothing wrong with schizophrenic dudes.
Nah, nothing really.
Nah. So
Just
people,
schizophrenia.
yeah. So people will, since their tulpas have no one to communicate with, they go in like tulpa chat rooms and stuff, and they'll talk as the tulpa. The tulpa would like type for them basically, and the tulpas will talk to other tulpas and stuff. Pretty weird.
That's pretty weird.
This whole thing is fucking weird.
It is
I'm
pretty.
sorry, but, like,
Nah, man.
it's super interesting, and I kind of want to make one, but like I don't know where to start, because I just want to see how it plays out.
Yeah, I get you.
It ends up being schizophrenic.
My tulpa is Martin Luther King. He's not dead.
Oh no, people make tulpas of real people. That's the weirdest one.
Yeah, I know. You told me about that.
I want to make it like, I don't know, like, can you have a tulpa for like a baby that you know, and the baby like gets older and older, You know, like if you know a family friend or even in your family, like a baby.
Yeah.
do
And
they
then when
just-
they're 2 years old, you tulpa switch, and then your tulpa babysits it. That's him.
Your tulpa babysits it. Oh.
Yeah, you tell your babysitter, like you get your tulpa that's a baby, right? That gets babysat, you know, and then you switch bodies.
Tulpa
with it.
sitters.
So you're like a 38-year-old man with that is actually 2 years old as you know your tulpa switched.
So
and,
it's
like,
not
your baby-
pedophilia.
Yeah, so yeah.
Pedophilia, yeah.
Speaking of pedophilia.
So we're gonna go about
It's not gay
lollies.
if you pay. So anyway, about pedophilia.
And we're gonna go about lollies now.
No, like, how do you actually like? Because I know there's a bunch of people that are like, oh yeah, me and my tulpa had sex the other night. And I'm like,
Well, you just masturbate and your tulpa controls your hand.
what?
I'm not kidding. That's what they say.
It's just your brain. That's the weirdest thing. Is like your brain can be abused so many ways, and this is the way that we use it. Like, you know how people are like, oh, you're in your lifetime, you only use 6% of your whole entire brain.
That's
I feel like
bullshit.
I feel like this is like the 94% that like people just don't understand because our brain is so limited.
Yeah. Well, I
That's
mean,
just
there's a reason why you only use 6%. Maybe because the other 80% are used for arm and leg movement, and
Yeah, it's like subconscious stuff.
cognitive
Like,
cognitive function, motor function, arm and leg movement, finger movement, joint control, all that.
Fidget spinner skills.
Fidget
Exactly.
spinner skills. So of course you're gonna use 6% for your fucking thinking, obviously, because you know,
Right.
unless like your left or right hemisphere is swelled up to be like a fucking bowling ball.
Because you went to the library and you worked out your brain.
Yeah, like that meme where it's like brain continually gets bigger.
Do you think that, like, if imagine I just learned how to read and write, and I literally, like, just kept studying nonstop, how would that affect my brain when I'm like 20? Like, will I just be really, really smart, or will all that information just not be retained and it would get kicked out of my brain?
I think it will be retained.
Because, like, I mean, obviously, like, if I'm 8 and I study something, and by the time that I probably hit 30, I'm obviously not going to remember it, unless if it's something monumental. Like, if I learned about, like, let's say the sun. Well, okay, like, the sun, like, I know facts about the sun. Like, that's stuff that you just kind of know off of common sense. But, like, if I learned about, like, a math equation, like, in Algebra 2, and I go back to it, you know, like, 20 years later, guarantee I won't remember it.
Yeah, that's why we have calculators.
Yeah.
That's why we have
Or
calculators.
Help us to do that for you.
Yep.
I have a calculator watch. It's pretty cool.
Calculator watch, eh? Nice.
Yeah.
I still can't wrap my hand around, like, yeah, my hand.
Wrap my hand around the watch.
Like the heart. Fuck. Imagine like okay, time out. I imagine like the SpongeBob episode where it's like the Squidward's playing with the claw, and he just can't grab it.
He can't wrap his hand around.
But like in the process of making a tulpa, like I don't know how people come up with the creation of it. Because I think it's just hard to get like how to give them personalities, because you have to start off by like actually kind of talking to it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't like how do you actually talk to it? Like how do you base its personality that's gonna affect your decision making and stuff?
Well, the tutorials are like, you know, kind of write out a list of like kind of personality traits. Most people base it off of existing characters, so that's
Yeah, because
really helpful.
Tulpa tutorial.
I mean, there's on the website tulpa.like.info or whatever. There's like informational guides on how to actually start.
I see.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I think it's just I think the hardest part about it is actually starting. Because after that, all you need to do is just talk to it, and you just need to develop its traits and like what it enjoys, what it doesn't enjoy. You know, it's like an advanced guide for having an imaginary friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Tulpas are just meme magic. If you think about it enough, eventually it becomes real.
I definitely wouldn't want it to be an anime person, 'cause I
Anime
wouldn't be
girl.
able to. Like that'd be like a little bit too far.
A fucking anime girl.
What if you create a tulpa and it's Peter Griffin? He's like, "Meh, how's it going, pal?"
Okay, that's retarded.
Whenever he has cutaway gags, you just hallucinate cutaway gags in your head.
He's like, this is worse than blank. Or he's like, this is worse than the time that we blank, and you just kind of like stare there and like stare off into space. Like everyone's looking at you and like, ugh.
Sorry, I just had a Seth MacFarlane moment.
I just keep lighting matches over and over again.
Tulpas are just pets. Like you make a tulpa of your dog.
My dog's dead.
Oh.
Make a tulpa of it.
Fuck off.
Okay. But like, yeah, people do talk to the pets, and like, of course, I think it's stupid and all, but it kind of makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Wait,
there's
how do you talk,
therapeutic-
like actually talk to them?
Well, yeah. I mean, it kind of makes sense though when if you talk to your pet, like, even if it's not like complex language, like, oh, I just got laid off today. You just communicate emotions, and even if they don't understand what you're saying, they can just kind of see your face and how you act and kind of understand what you're saying. Just too emotional.
Yeah. I think that's kind of like. Do you think it gets to the point like you can actually like visually see it without even thinking about it? Like it's just there.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So you don't have to imagine it being there. Like after a while, like if I turned around and I had a tulpa, it would just be there, right?
Yeah.
Or is it wherever I'm looking, it just kind of follows my eye, like? Or is it just kind of like in my room? So like if I got my room, it's kind of like with me,
Yeah.
And I sit down in my chair. Is it just there, or is it do its own like movement and stuff, or do I kind of have to like imagine it like doing
The
that?
visualization is a choice. You can just have it be a voice by itself if you want, but most people work to have a visual too.
Yeah.
But what if you had Jesus as a tulpa?
Depends at what age, because if you had Jesus as a tulpa, then like 2 years later, oh, got crucified. Like, you kind of need to know him like in a good area. So then after a while of knowing him, if you continue to know him, like like I don't know what age he was like kept like hung at, but like if you got to know him at like 2 years before, and it's like, oh yeah, me and Jesus have a great relationship, blah blah, blah, and you get home and he's like, there's just a cross in your room and he's like nailed to it. I mean, or like have like Robin Williams as a tulpa, like he gives you funny jokes on command, but one day you might, Robin Williams hanging in your bedroom.
Or
Batman and Robin
like-
Williams.
or the entire time he's just hanging from your room.
How's it going, pal?
Can I have Maze Dong as my tulpa?
Oh.
Like, what if I don't know anyone, but I just know like their name and what they look like? Do you just create your own personality for them? Like,
Yeah.
so you
They're
can
always going to
really-
deviate from the original character.
Because I think the easiest way is I'm not trying to bust balls on like American cartoons, but I feel like for anime, like there's a more complex like character development and like personality and stuff. Like like you get to learn more about the character and how they feel and what stuff like that. And I feel like that's where it like stands out, and that's why a lot of people choose anime. And I'm not trying to be rude, but I feel like that's the weird thing, is because a lot of people choose anime because it's just the characters are so much more complex. I'm not saying Peter Griffin isn't a complex person.
Freaking
Yeah, well, he isn't.
sweet.
he is not. He is not complex.
Freaking sweet.
He is
Hey,
not.
Lois, remember that time we were in Minecraft?
Lois, I'm a fat retard. Fuck off.
Peter, he's fast, Peter. Nothing personnel, kid.
Personnel. But like,
Mm.
I'm trying to think like, what if you had someone from a video game? Like,
Some dude in trench coat.
but that just
Mario.
Wouldn't that just?
Easy.
I know know there's a guy that was saying that his tulpa somehow gained like a negative like vibe to it, and he started telling like him to like kill himself, and I was like, isn't that just like regular schizophrenia? Like,
Yeah.
It probably is, to be honest with you.
like after a while, I think like you get away from it calling it a like clinically it's called schizophrenia, but like in the fun internet world, it's called having a tulpa, and it's an excuse to, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of hurtful for people who actually like have mental problems.
Well, yeah.
Like instead of going to get advice, they look online and like, oh wait, I just have superpowers.
How you can like just like kind of like modify it to be fun.
Yeah.
I think it's still like if like imagine you have schizophrenia, right? And you like I'm trying to think like how to form the sentence. Like if you have schizophrenia, right? And you have like what you just always hear voices, right? That's pretty much what just nonstop,
Yeah.
right?
Basically.
So like imagine you have like 3 voices, right? Like can you assign personalities for each voice? Like because like what do you because like people with schizophrenia like if I sat down and I had to take a test, like I get that people are talking to you that are in your head, but like what do they say? You know? So like
Hmm.
I think that like that's kind of like weird like if you have a person with schizophrenia that just had like 1 or 2 voices and he was like, oh, I'm gonna make a tulpa out of this voice, then do you think you could like change the voice to like kind of talk to him, or like would it just remain the same? Because you know.
I don't know. That's kind of beyond my understanding. That's yeah. Yeah, there's a common theory that like religious people have spiritual experiences and they're like creating tulpas based off of what they read in the Bible and stuff. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking weird.
But it kind of makes sense, right? Like, you have some cultist from the 60s and he has like, I'm speaking to God right now, and he switches to his God tulpa and his God tulpa takes over him. Or his devil tulpa. Like, if you were like sinful or whatever in the medieval ages and you like, did
Yeah.
sinful stuff in the medieval ages, and eventually you create a tulpa that manifested in all your evil things, and that tulpa was the devil in your head, then that would be like real, right?
It would be
Yeah.
real, maybe.
I think the weird thing is that like I think the really really strange part about it, and I think everything about this is really weird, but I kind of want to make a tulpa.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I mean we literally learned about this like what yesterday
Hmm.
from you Charles, but like
Okay.
I think the weird thing is like people that are fanatics about something, if they want to go ahead and like I think they like without really knowing the name, they kind of just create their like. So I could completely not know anything about tulpa, but I was like, hey, I'm just gonna think this way, for like I'm just gonna do this, and they kind of just like without even really thinking about like what they're doing, they
Yeah.
kind of do the process, and I think that's kind of weird, like especially like with like weird religious fanatics. I think that's what kind of. Do you think? Okay. Do you think so? You know how people pray, right? You know how people pray like all, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bear with me. So you know how like people pray and all the time and they kind of think out their head,
yeah.
and like sometimes they're like thinking in their head like, what should I say? What should I do? Can you help me? Stuff like that. And then, do you think they do that so much that they actually create without knowing it, a tulpa of what they think is God?
Hmm.
Yeah. That's what the theory goes.
So people that are religious are just like schizophrenic. Sometimes.
I still think tulpas are like safer than schizophrenia because schizophrenia by definition is like harmful, and
Yeah, that's true.
because like the definition of mental illness is that it's hurting you, right? And if it's not hurting you, then it's not a mental illness. That's the idea.
Yeah, I think tulpas.
Because if you're left-handed, it's not a mental illness, right? Because being left-handed doesn't hurt you. I mean, it hurts me, but that's separate. Being left-handed is pain.
Yeah, like especially like with the tulpas, like if I had a tulpa that was really really happy all the time,
It would promote
How-
you.
Yeah.
It'd be like a gym bro who spots you and tells you to go to the gym.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like that's the thing. Like if I really wanted to make a tulpa that like was just me with extra motivation, I think that would be kind of beneficial for everyone. Like for something for everyone to think about, because it's like, should I go to the gym tomorrow? I don't know. I kind of want to sleep in, kind of just chill out, relax a little bit.
Your tulpa is Shia LaBeouf, and he goes,
What?
"Just do it."
Yeah, and then like I look and I'm like, what do you think? He's like, oh, just like go to the gym, you got it, knock it out. Just like, come on, you got this, bro. Like, bang it out. You can get home, you can take a nap, you can eat breakfast. You can have, it's gonna be great, and it's gonna help you in the long run. Like, don't worry about it. And it's just like that extra motivation, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the side of your brain that like a lot of people are blocked from because it's like really really positive, and some
Yeah.
people are just negative.
Yeah,
all
like
the
me.
time.
Like me. Basically, like I'm negative all the fucking time. Let's be
Okay,
honest
what
here.
if you create a tulpa to help you date, and then whenever you talk to your date, you switched, and then your tulpa fell in love with the girl, and your girl fell in love with your tulpa, and you always had to switch whenever you're with her.
Fuck you. That's I don't want.
Getting cucked by your tulpa.
Like, that's true. Like if you found a girl that you really liked, but you like without thinking it were like in your tulpa stance. You know, I'm talking about like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. like you're in tulpa stance. You know, like, and you're like you didn't even think about it. And
You put on your confident face, and that's your tulpa face.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. What I want is like tulpas to run for office. So you have like someone running for president, and he has a tulpa, and they interview him for like political discussions. And he just has to switch. Or
He's
even
like, you
better,
see his like eyes roll back into his head. Like, you like, it's like, President, what's going on? It's like, and he like switch it.
the best is if you have two tulpas running against each other, and you have a political debate, and you're switching for both of them, and they're both arguing with each other.
Oh my god, I think that was so weird.
And then like you're working like a nuclear facility, and then your evil tulpa takes over and hits the button to nuke everything.
Imagine that. I think tulpas are also kind of like your conscience. So when you have evil, like it's kind of like good and evil, and you kind of pick one and block out the other, and that's kind
Yeah.
of like it's just like an extra like boost to your decision making, and you kind of form a personality or character around that, like evil or bad or evil or good, you know. Like
Yeah, shoulder angels.
yeah. Like I'm trying to think. I'm actually trying to think. Like, if I had a tulpa, who would it be?
Realistically,
I
it'd
would
be a
say-
waifu.
I would say Umaru. Like, gotta be dead serious. I would say Umaru. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I would pick for sure.
Mm.
What about you, Sushi?
I'm still confident on mine being the lady from the garage.
Fuck off. You're gonna like actually like get like a mental illness from seeing her all the time.
Nah, I mean, I look at her all the time. I'm fine.
My
Um,
tulpa would just be a gun.
My
I
tulpa.
would, I would summon it and like play around in public and like pretend shoot at people, and I would like visualize the
Pew,
bullets
pew,
hitting them and
Pew
stuff.
pew pew. Oh, you
And
dead.
I focused for like months on this to visualize the gun perfectly,
Oh,
so I don't
you-
have to think about it. I just unholster my gun and start like playing around in the street, shooting at random people.
Oh,
Then the
you.
police see me and they're like, "He's got a gun!"
Oh,
People-
he's dead. You dead. You dead.
People are saying on the topo.info, you know, forum. I was
Yeah.
looking at some examples, and someone said that the best example would be like a Native American animal spirit guide, or like a Greek daemon,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a Jewish golem.
Jewish
So
guy.
I have an idea, like, because your brain has like an internal clock. So if you create a tulpa of a watch, then like you can actually train your brain to better recognize what time it is, no matter what. And you have a better sense of time because you have a tulpa that's a watch.
I don't think it really
Nah.
Unless if your brain, like every time you're just like in your brain, you just like, cause you know how like right now I could say imagine like a Coke soda can or like a Sprite soda can, you know, and you see that can. I feel like with the clock it would be like 24/7. That clock is like, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so for
There's
one
a
thing,
song about tulpas.
for one thing, I can't fucking open the console. What kind of game is this, huh?
There's an actual song about tulpas.
Damn. The Tulpa song.
Is there actually a song?
I've never heard of that.
I found it.
Oh,
Right now.
oh, no.
Holy shit.
Holy shit! It's Leafy. Okay.
Yeah, people made a pretty good like, someone made a pretty good like picture describing like what a tulpa like would be like.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah. I think it's weird though if you like you're like out in public or something. Oh, WikiHow has a
How to make a Tulpa?
yeah, how to create a tulpa 13 steps.
Holy shit.
Can I read you out the 13 steps?
Do it. Go.
Lead it.
All right, so first planning, second you want to get your appearance. It shouldn't be. You should create a tulpa based on any real humans.
That's smart.
What? Okay.
Just from like a logical, healthy perspective.
Yeah. Planning. Yeah. You want to plan their personality. After that, you want to visualize them. Kind of like try to touch the tulpa in your imagination. Okay. Create a scent, and then their movement, like how they walk. And then there's the Wonderland that you're talking about. Okay. Talk to them. Check sentience. What? What is that? Okay. Moving your tulpa into reality. Visit tulpa forums is a legit step.
Visit Tulpa
That's-
forums. Visit Tulpa
that's
forums to activate your Tulpa.
Yeah.
Enter the
this
credit code right now.
yeah, they're not gonna come into existence until they actually, you know, that's a step you have to do it. It's critical.
To claim your Tulpa, please call 911.
Beautiful.
Call the FBI and report.
Report your mental illness.
Please call your local clinic and say, "Hey, I have voices in my head. Can you please help me activate my Tulpa?"
Yeah, your medical treatment comes in chambers, and you load it, right? Then you cock it.
And then you...
50 caliber aspirin.
What?
Yeah, you get 50 caliber aspirin.
Just pills as like rounds in the Magnum.
I feel like people that
You just
Well, I
stop
think-
talking.
like this is just such a weird subject to talk about because it's just like I haven't never heard of it, so it's like I don't know what to think about it.
Yeah.
But like, definitely for sure, like, I don't know. It's just so weird because you're trying to imagine something that's not there, but like I feel like your brain has to be somewhat like kind of messed up already. Like you have to have like that vulnerability or gap that your brain just like has a hard time with. You know, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you already have your brain has to be pretty like not messed up, but just has to have like that like capability of being able to do that.
Yeah. Because if you have like ADD or something, you probably can.
Yeah. Because you have to like you actually have to kind of like talk to it, and, like you kind of have to like give it attention. It's like a legit girlfriend, which is
Yeah.
dumb.
Like
Like never burn disappears.
nothing.
forever.
Nothing like blunt force encephalitis to make your fucking tulpa come to life.
No.
Just have someone bash your fucking head in, and then you wake up with a tulpa right beside you in the hospital bed. Turns out you have encephalitis.
Yeah, I think this like, and the most thing I'm curious about is like with your tulpa, do they kind of just automatically do their own movement and stuff?
Yeah, it becomes unconscious up to a point.
Okay, so with that, if I like was walking around my house, would they just be wherever my eye is looking at? Like they would kind of just be like floating around like that, or would they just be like doing their own, like it's like their own human being, right? It's like, okay, I'm looking into the fridge, and I'm, I can't see anything other than looking into the fridge. When I turn around, would they be there, or would they, you see what I'm saying?
Well, they'd only be there if you had said condition that allows you to see them for real, but not others can.
Yeah.
And that's what makes me wish I had something wrong with me so I could have actual friends.
No. Tulpas are just practice friends.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, it's like a trial. It's like this is a tutorial.
It's like a teddy
that
bear.
you didn't complete when you're a child.
It's like the Sonic 06 trial of friendship.
Yeah.
Woo woo.
Woo
Woo woo.
Would you like pick between Elise or Amy, the hedgehog or the actual human being?
Obviously the hedgehog.
Fucking furry. Oh god, that's offensive.
Take it down.
Video taken down, demonetized.
Demonetized. Let's see the name of this channel before we demonetize it.
Yeah. Well, it's not even monetized because like
Oh, I think we should get monetized.
maybe it's just
We could
it's
get Crunchyroll in this. We could give people suggestions for anime.
yeah, but like the problem with that is I'm not exactly financially savvy. I'm not a businessman.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, right?
No.
No. This is why you need friends.
There is something that is wrong with my brain, and that one is the part of your brain that helps you tell the difference between sarcasm and not sarcasm, joke and not joke. But
I have a big penis. Get it?
Yeah.
I don't think he does. Ha
well, I mean, I do. Well, I mean, I do obviously because it's an obvious joke, right?
That wasn't a joke.
Then why'd you say you're kidding?
Fuck off. You just. Alright, continue.
With what?
Alright,
Move on to the next topic. Shuffle the cards a bit.
yeah, sure.
Alright, next topic. Let's shuffle it.
Shuffle
Are
the-
traps gay?
Are traps gay? Well, are they?
Well, it depends on why you're going for it.
Yeah. Especially when one of the members,
Because
when one of
the
the
weird thing
members.
is, especially with like people that do like, what is it, like drag? Yeah, people that do
Oh.
like drag. Like if it looks like a girl,
It's not gay.
Well, I mean,
sure.
even like
looks
imagine.
like a girl, you can say, yeah, sure, that's a girl. But then really, you could be like, okay, I see that you look like a girl.
Imagine if it wasn't drag though, like there was no makeup involved whatsoever.
Yeah, okay, then it's like okay, like you look like a girl, okay, but what are you born as? Oh, you're born as a guy. Okay, then you're a guy. Like it's, you can look like a girl all you want, but you're not a girl.
Yeah, but like still being attracted, like that can't be gay because like straight dude gets attracted to.
Yeah, yeah, that's the, like you can be attracted to that, but the thing is, it's a guy dressing up as a girl, but you don't know that it's a girl until he tells you.
Yeah.
But
Right.
until you see that dick, I don't think it's gay, unless if you have until you have full understanding and you acknowledge that there's a penis.
Yeah.
It's like if you don't know, you know, you're getting like blindsided by the fact that you don't know if it's a guy or not.
Acknowledge the penis.
Do it now.
I think I think it's like circumstantial.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
Mm,
It's circumstantial, definitely.
I guess you're right there.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, like, is it gay if you go for it after you find the penis?
Yes, that would be gay.
Yeah. Once the realization is there, obviously it begins to be gay.
But what if you know they have a dick, but you just pretend to ignore it? You just imagine it without the dick.
Especially since they
what?
retain the appearance. Like, imagine this, right? Like, you don't have an attraction to dudes per se, but you have an attraction to people who are like extremely feminine in appearance. Like, at least 10% of them are masculine. It's the voice and the penis. That's it,
Hmm.
right?
Okay, so yeah, so it's like you could be attracted to girls, right? But then if there's some trap, right?
Right.
And you're like, okay, this looks like a girl. It's probably got to be a girl, right? But they don't tell you anything until they, tell you that they got a dick. Okay, well that would be gay.
Yeah.
But plot twist. Imagine I'm a girl and I want a sex change, right? So I'm a boy. So I'm a girl boy, right? I'm a girl that's got a penis, but I'm dressing up like a trap.
Right.
So I don't tell you that I'm a girl boy. I tell you that I tell you that I'm a boy, right?
Yeah,
so
right.
I'm a girl with a penis that's a trap. So starting from the beginning, I say hi. My name is China. You say hi. My name's Annie. It's like, all right, Annie, let's have sex. And she's like, okay, let's have sex. So it's like, okay, that person is like, okay, that's a guy. He's got a dick, and his name's probably Andrew instead of Annie, right?
Dudes with dicks and not girls with them.
Right. So it's like, but they don't tell you that it's so the Annie, which is Andrew now, the guy's name before or after. It's like it's weird because it's like would that be gay if it was a tranny?
If it
Like
was
a
a
girl?
if it was a tranny, then
Because they're
no.
born as a girl,
Yeah.
but they still got a dick.
Because at that point it's not gay. Because they're born as a girl. They probably still have the voice of a woman. So at that point,
They're still a girl.
exactly.
But they
So
got a dick.
so it's not gay. Not at all.
So it's okay if if there's a girl that has a dick. But what if it's a boy? What if it's a boy? No, wait, that still doesn't work. The other way around. Like if it's a boy that changes to a girl, but he's still got his dick.
Hmm.
I
Well,
think
you
it's
take
weird
the
that trap's
hormones,
only
though.
limited to guys.
Still taking the
Pretty
hormones, right?
much. Yeah. Well, yeah. But like, okay, so it's like so like, we're getting in depth in this.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm trying to think like, so it's a girl that's got a dick, right? But she was born a girl, right? So that's a girl. No matter what, she was born a girl, so that's a girl. She can say that she's a boy, but she was born a girl, so that wouldn't be gay.
Like no matter what, it will not be
Even
gay.
though it has a penis, she was still born a girl.
No matter what, will not be gay. But okay, not hinting at all that one of the members of this podcast is a trap secretly. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Charles, are you admitting something?
No.
You did. You were the one who said it.
Well, I was joking. Just like when I said I was left-handed.
Okay.
I was wondering why your right arm's bigger than your left.
Well,
No, people with left hands use their right for that thing, though.
I think it's weird though to like. We're not getting into that, but like.
not in public anyway. Semi-public.
Final answer. Are traps gay? I'm saying. Yeah.
To a degree.
To it, yeah. I'm saying it's circumstantial, but yeah, because like you see that's a girl, but like the thing, like, it's weird because all traps dress like fucking Annie Boo, like, Like,
Well, not all, but
Well, not all, but like it could just be like some guy that dresses like a girl, that, but, like does the hot dog and puts his dick between his legs.
like those pictures of the girls that are like dressing up, well, the dudes that are dressing up as schoolgirls and then they're just pissing at the urinal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah, I think it's like, I'd say yeah, because like, like, you see that's a girl, you're like, okay, that's a girl, but then like, even though if you think like their voice is off, or they even look like a guy, if they dress like a girl, your brain's like, okay, that's probably just a girl, don't worry about any other features or attributes, but like, as soon as you see that dick, you're like, alright, that's a guy, that's gay. I didn't know that before.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking about it from like an evolutionary perspective. Like, humans are stupid, right? We're animals, right? We only care about eating and sleeping.
Eating,
And
sleeping,
a very,
fucking.
very base, without any logical things. Just a very, very base of our
Making a
brains.
base like a pillow fort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the three things: eating, sleeping, fucking. You know.
Yeah. So when your brain isn't that smart, so it wouldn't be able to say. It wouldn't get confused. It'd just be like binaries. It's like boy, girl, boy, girl. That's all your brain can think, at least at the very base level. So because of that, I'm gonna say no, it's not gay. Because of because your brain just doesn't think of that stuff, because it's too dumb at that level.
Well, you can think about it. We're thinking about it right now. I don't think we're dumb. Right? We're acknowledging it.
Yeah.
Are you just trying to have an excuse so you can have sex with a trap?
No, I don't like traps.
Wow, that was a bad lie. It's not even April 1st. What do you think, Sushi?
That's a pretty bad lie. I mean, like, if he starts making advances on me, I'll know right away. Right.
So yeah, my
You
stance
go-
is no because biology and
Then
how
you
the
go to like go
reptilian
in
brain
for the
works.
hug and then you feel a little pokey.
You feel a little skin.
It's poking me, stop!
You feel a little skin flute poking your thigh.
Arabian semen demon.
A-
You pull out your flute and start playing.
I didn't think that I didn't think this was Lovecraft. I didn't think this was Lovecraftian lore. But
Yeah.
The Raven Human Demon.
yeah, yeah.
That's the nickname I've given it.
Originally
Is that-
from Lovecraftian lore. What?
And also-
Is that your name for it?
Is that your tulpa, your Arabian semen demon?
Your tulpa just an extension of your wiener.
It's like
Your tulpa is a vagina.
it's like
Yeah.
it's like a hair extension for your penis.
It's like, yeah.
Your tulpa's just more pubes.
Just a tangled mass of pubes like Hermaeus Mora from Skyrim.
I would have mine braided
Braided.
if I had any.
Your tulpa would just be more hair.
Fucking a tangled mass of hair, Hermaeus Mora.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh no.
That was a good talk.
yeah, it was a pretty
Yes.
good talk. We just like stopped talking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my nickname for anal sex is putting the Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory.
you gotta stop right there, buddy boy.
Alright.
I think we should stop right there.
Well, it's only been 30.
Yeah.
It's only been 30 minutes, so that's pretty short. You
3
know?
minutes is fine. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure you want to cut it off there?
I want to do my fetish sub-series right now.
Fetish.
Wanna
Oh.
Yeah, well, each episode will bring in one weird thing we found online. So today is going to be navel fetishism, or fetishism for the belly button.
Oh, in the whole foot thing.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet.
Navel?
That's
Like, name?
the,
Like,
the belly button.
oh.
So according to a study, it's in 2012 it was the second most popular search on Google for that kind of thing,
What?
which is interesting. Putting ice on the navel can produce erotic sensations, as well as navel
I think any
piercing.
activity that goes on from the torso to the
Grundle.
genital area. The grundle, yeah.
But yeah, I must admit the whole ice thing on any part of your body is pretty kink.
Nice. And then my favorite here is that in 1970 there was a short-lived belly button magazine, which had only 2 issues. It described belly button intercourse and sexual acts toward belly buttons. That's the end of my fetish sub-series. I hope you enjoyed it.
Fetish.
I enjoyed it.
Alright then.
Fetish
Can I say something real
sub-series. Hmm?
Can I say something real quick before we end the episode?
Yeah.
So, apparently, I just sent it in chat. I mean, you can upload the image if you really want to in the description, but I just saw that on 4chan.
Uh-uh.
I really just don't want to click it. It's Honey Boo Boo's mom. The title is Honey Boo Boo's mom is so skinny now and she looks gorgeous.
Yep.
I wanna look at her mom now. Ew.
What are you expecting?
Still, ew. She still looks like their whole family still looks like a Mama June's gastric bypass surgery. Yellow teeth, yeah. There's, yeah. Honey Boo Boo's future is basically ruined. Oh, let's read this. Growing up in her filthy house and eating sketty and ketchup with a cocktail of Mountain Dew and Red Bull. Oh my god. Her probable health issues. Her family is a human landfill.
Human human landfill, huh?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
She recorded a song, and apparently her money is like a ticking time bomb. No one takes her seriously, and Miley Cyrus loves her.
Alright then. I guess that's how we're gonna end the episode, on a Honey Boo Boo's mom escapade.
Honey Boo Boo's mom, human landfill. It's a fucking beautiful conversation. It is.
Alright then. I guess we'll end it here. This has been the It's Not Gay If You Pay podcast, and I guess we'll see you eventually.
Oh yeah. See you around, folks.
Love you.
Love you, faggots. See ya.